Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day because why not? Well, welcome back to our podcast, What's in Your Mind podcast. And today we are going to delve into a conversation that is really important, but one that is not unspoken or one that is unspoken about, which is suicide. And today I have a very beautiful lady, a lady that you've met before called Jacinta. And yeah, she's going to actually introduce herself more. Yeah, Jacinta, welcome.
Thank you. What's up, good people? Jacinta Wanjiko is my name, as you've heard. We are here to talk about suicide, and just a disclaimer, I know suicide is a very sensitive topic to talk about, and to anyone listening to us out there, and you've experienced this before, you've had a friend, a family that you've supported experiencing the same before, we are sending you love, we are sending you hugs, and we are not here to make you feel insensitive, make you feel bad. We are here to bring this conversation to help one person or the other, and most probably even help you to just go through the feelings and make you feel a better person. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And as we are talking about suicide inakuanga nini? When you hear about suicide hapo, especially because you are a counselor, and a psychologist too, and you're really passionate about mental health. What is suicide? Uko nje, tunasikianga suicide too.
Suicide is the intentional act of taking away your own life.
Like you intentional. Nikiamua tu ni hivyo maisha yangu nimalizia hapa. You decide to do it personally.
Yeah. The reason I'm saying it's intentional is because we have passive and active suicidal thoughts. And passive, I just have the idea of I want to take away my life. And I don't know how. I am juggling in between. Do I niende kwa barabara nigongwe na gari, ninunue dawa, nichukue kamba, so many other ways. Niende nijirushe kwa kutoka juu nianguke chini. And the active one is whereby I already have made up my mind how I want to execute this idea. Yeah. So the reason I say it's intentional is because it's something you are thinking about and you intentionally want to do it. No one is forcing you to do it. You have intentions of doing it.
Well, being a psychologist also, how many times do you find people who have suicidal thoughts? Like if you were to give it a percentage, and how many of them have you met that were successful? Like it's quote unquote successful, and how many of them waliweza kutoka?
I usually say we have a lot of suicide cases. Most of them are attempted, and we have so many survivors of suicide. And we have also people who are juggling in between the whole idea. So I would give it an estimation of 75% of people who have actually attempted and it did not succeed, maybe because someone rescued them, or maybe in between they give it another thought of I can give life another chance.
Yeah, true. Okay, I have met a few people, especially in this advocacy space, a few people who had the idea of taking away their lives. But when you get to the core of why they are doing it, it's not like literally nataka kumaliza maisha yangu, not literally I'm so tired of life. Many of the times you hear that I'm tired of the life I'm living. So if my life could change, probably I wouldn't be having these ideas of committing suicide. Is it something that is true? Ama ni pahali mtu anafikanga anaona it's not all about what I'm seeing or the way I'm viewing life, si hivyo.
Huwa anasema kitambo nifikirie taking away my life, it doesn't mean I haven't sought all the type of help that I can get. It doesn't mean sija seek help. It doesn't mean sijaongea na familia yangu about help. It doesn't mean sija try out ways to solve my problems. Maybe I've tried so many ways and it reaches to a point where I feel everything is not working. And if everything is not working, then I'll somehow have that idea of what is the essence of me living this life anyway. See, it starts looking like we've come to this world to keep on trying things that really work.
So about suicide, you really don't wake up in the morning and just think about it. It's many of the times inakuanga ni kitu umefikiria tena na tena because you've explored all the ideas that you have of how to solve your problems and they are not working. Oh, wow. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, maybe it's because I've met other people who are thinking about suicide and probably it was because of drugs and substance abuse. So I'd love to know kama ni drugs and substance abuse because kuna zingine they kinda ignite that thing of I can do this. Ama unaweza kuwa na idea ya kwani mtu akachukua kisu ajidunge. What is the worst that can happen, especially kama umevuta kishash? What is the worst can happen? Naweza kufa ama venye unajionanga uko na superpowers. So suicide lazima kuwe ni vitu haziwork ama pia vitu kama drugs and substance abuse zinaweza ingilia huko na idea kama hiyo consciously.
I won't say it ni vitu kabisa haziwork. I won't say pia ni drugs. Kuna kila mtu ako na the reason as to why they opt to attempt suicide. I don't like saying commit suicide because when I say commit, it looks like someone is doing a crime.
Yeah, I actually love using the phrase a person have died.
Yeah. Died by suicide.
Yeah, by suicide. Yeah. Not really committing suicide.
You see, drugs ziko na a lot of hallucinations and delusions. And in most cases, see what tunasema drugs, they alter the functioning of the brain.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
So if drugs alter the functioning of the brain, maybe inaweza ikaniletea hiyo thoughts and thought yenye sitakuwa nayo nikiwa sober. You see? And I was listening to someone talk about suicide and she was saying the most contributing factor of suicide is depression. And maybe other factors lying around his childhood traumas.
Oh.
Yeah, so
we have traumas.
But
and
depression really plays. She was saying depression contributes to a greater aspect when it comes to issues to do with suicide.
And how do you know you are depressed? Which are the signs zenye unaweza angalia? Because sometimes I find it that people don't really know they are depressed. You might be depressed, but you're not aware you're depressed. So how do you, or where, at what point do you reach and then you notice like, life yangu there's something wrong.
It's funny how depression, ninaweza amka asubuhi nijambie niko depressed. Nasikia tu mtu casually akisema, mimi yaki niko na depression.
Yeah.
And in most cases, people might be right of what they're saying, but maybe because we're used to casually brushing off mental health conversations, so we never pay attention to that. And depression, the symptoms, we have social withdrawal. We have people, normally it's someone who is really good in socializations, and all of a sudden we see them not interested in socializing. Why are they not interested in socializing? Sorry. Why do they have an issue with meeting with friends? They want to be alone all the time. Why are we having this person sleep a lot and they were not sleeping a lot? Why are we having this person eat too much or rather stop eating and it was the opposite? Why are we having this person do what? Avoid the things they loved doing, they enjoyed doing, the activities that they enjoyed doing, they just pull off. So those are just some of the few signs that we can actually notice. It's something that you can observe and notice. Huyu mzee yuko sawa. Now you can know how to just be there for them.
Oh, wow. And okay, we have been having cases in Kenya of a very high rate of suicide. Like watu wenye wamekuwa commit suicide ni wameongezeka, and especially young people. And what do you really think is affecting us as young people? What's really happening with us, especially in matters suicide?
You see, when we are young, we are growing up and we find so many things in this life that maybe we didn't expect. And somehow we have expectations that we've placed in this life. and it reaches to a point we find life is not going, is not meeting our expectations.
Yeah, sure.
See? Maybe there are goals, and we have a lot of pressure happening, especially over social media. And I always say, you see, the truth is nobody will ever post about their struggles and their pain on social media. Most of us, we come to use TikTok for fun. Nimekuwa sijisikii fiti, so nimekuja TikTok, nimeanza kuwa fun. Nimeanza kupost tu vitu flashy. Na kuna mtu anaiona anakuwa carried away na huyu mtu ni myang na ameachieve hizi vitu zote, mimi sijaweza kuachieve. So I start beating up myself for other people. So that pressure is really a lot. And I would say if you only identify what you really want and identify to live life by your means without looking at the pressures outside,
especially in social media. I actually also think that social media causes a lot of harm as much as it causes a lot of good in the society, because I think we as young people, we are not in a place where we embrace the internet or the social media in the right way, and we don't know what to filter, especially when we are taking information from the social media. We are taking information inside venye kuko, someone else is telling you how they live, and so you want to live like them, someone else is doing so, and I find it that sometimes we get confused in all these. We find ourselves, we don't even know what we want in life. We don't know what works for us and what doesn't work. We don't even know what we love, because probably it's because of the information, or you love something because you saw it mtu mwingine akienjoy. So kama niliona una enjoy kuhike, nimeanzia pia mimi kuhike. Kidogo kidogo, hata sitaki kujua kama niko na asthma or any other respiratory shida za the respiratory system. So sijui kama naweza enda huko niangukie huko, ama shida zangu ziongezeke and all.
Kama uko unatumia gari ya mzazi kuenda road trips, mimi sasa naanza kukua fedha kwa gari, naenda nachukua kahaya, nachukua loan nichukue kahaya hata mimi nionekane hizi. So hakuna mtu anapost struggles zake kwa social media.
Hakuna mtu hata anapost napatanga wakibashiwa sana.
Hakuna mtu anapost their real life 100% on social media.
Yes, true.
And I always say, people give you what you want to see and what you want to hear. Nobody will give you what you don't want to hear. Because ile time nimekuja nimeanza my stories zangu za pain and all that, mtaanza kunihurumisha na all that. Mimi sitaki.
Na pengine si huruma natafuta
sitafuti huruma, maybe natafuta tu hizo likes nini. Sitapata likes na hizo huruma.
Yeah, true.
Hata you see, so social media will never give you that 100% of how someone lives their life.
Yeah.
I'll go to hizo places na huko Karen nini kinyumba kinakaa vizuri, and maybe in real life naishi kwa single room and you will never know.
Yeah, true.
So,
well, when I think about suicide or even depression or trauma ama hizi vitu zote, I find it, and it's something actually I've been saying even to my friends, I find it that we don't embrace living in the present moment. We are always living in the future and in the past.
Yeah, we are always on the go.
Yeah, and it's either tunarudi na nyuma, unakimbia ukirudi na nyuma, au unakimbia ukienda na mbele. So in your future you already, I have not achieved this, I've not achieved this, especially for us young people. We are so used to popcorn results, ama microwave results, in a way that nataka results immediately, pap. In 5 minutes, nimeinvest kitu nataka results pap. And tunasahau hata watu wenye tuna compete nao, maybe wamelelewa kwa familia nzuri, they already have their things, or actually they have a very good support system too. Ama pia wamepatana na luck yao on their way mbele yako. Like I always say, in Kikuyu we say, nyumba yako haijengangu kama ya mtu mwingine. Hakuna venye unaweza jenga nekwe exactly kama ya mtu mwingine. And I also think that we should always embrace our journeys personally, ukiangalia maisha yako, and always trying to live in the present moment. Juu naonanga tunajipea pressure juu ya vitu either zisha happen ama zita happen, not like sai mimi na Jacinta tumeketi na wewe hapa, huyu uko njaa siko njaa, unaona mimi naona. Okay, siko sure kama unaona.
Niliona mtu amepost jana. There is a post I saw on LinkedIn yesterday. I can't remember who posted, but the post was saying we are wired from our childhood to live life on the go and not to enjoy the present moment.
True.
Because tell me why we grow up being asked, what do you want to become when you grow up? And so I start saying, when I grow up, I want to become a lawyer. And so I am always on the go to become that lawyer.
Yeah.
And I'm not living today.
True.
Of
You
what
don't,
I am.
yeah, and also you are not acknowledging that for you to become a lawyer, there is a process, and especially even growth. Like you have to grow in the process of becoming a lawyer.
So badala niishi in that childhood moments and enjoy my childhood, nina grow
Umefocus
up with
kuwa lawyer.
so many kufocus lawyer, so many goals, so many objectives. Alafu sasa inanihit nikimaliza high school sijapata grade ya kukuwa lawyer.
Imagine.
So hapo ndio nimeanza kujiweka kwa stories za depression because all my life nimekuwa nikifocus. Sisemi ni vibaya kukuwa na goals.
Yeah, it is okay.
But it is also again good to live
in the present moment.
Sometimes I say when you are experiencing emotions, whatever kind of emotions, whether happy ones or sad ones, just be in the moment of those emotions. Embrace them, take them in, but do not let them take you down.
Yeah, too. And I actually think also emotions, they come and go. I take them as the juices of life. Like we have the sweet emotions, needs of happiness, kuna being joyful, ecstatic and all, and then kuna hizi zingine sadness, jealousy, anger, nini zote. But at the end of the day, I think since emotions, it's something that happens inside ourselves, then I think it's something that we can control. So if you can control emotions, I think then you can decide on which emotions you're going to live in.
That's why we have a whole emotional intelligence. You will see people holding webinars on emotional intelligence or rather a masterclass, which maybe we can bring in some time and you guys can register and just get to learn how to control our emotions, how to live with our emotions. Because in most cases you find we react, we don't respond.
Yeah, true.
So many things happen and we are not responding, we are reacting. And then baadaye ndio utakuja kukua like hiyo kitu nilifumble. Kwa nini? Because uli react, uku respond.
Well, there is a post I saw of a certain lady, alisema, if I can't solve a problem in the next 5 minutes, then I don't have to think about it right now. Because for sure you're going to be reacting to it and not actually solving it. Na idea yenye itakukujia because akili yako iko mawowowo because because probably either you are so happy and you are not like, you're not in a calm mood or in a calm mode, or umekasirika vibaya sana. So probably the only thing you're going to be doing ni kureact, and you're going to be reacting according to the emotions that are already in you. And actually, so going back to suicide, we've talked about trauma, we've talked about drugs and substance abuse. There's also this thing about loss and grief and stuff. What would you say about it? Like, there are people who commit suicide because they have lost maybe a job, their spouses, or a girlfriend, or friends, or a parent, or a child.
Whatever type of a loss it is, I would say in most cases, we never really get to go through the loss and grief. Inakwanga zile za I've lost someone, tumepanga mazishi, tumemzika, hiyo story imedai, turudini job, turudini kwa our normal activities. Which is ni vizuri turudi kwa our normal activities, but it's also good to be in that moment and feel it fully and come to accept that I have lost this person. Loss is not in terms of death. I can lose my boyfriend, maybe to break up na nilikuwa nimeinvest a lot of things in it. I'll be in denial. Nitakuwa zile za saa ingine nampigia simu na shinda nimemtext pile up of messages na respond, simu ashiki, you know, nimejaribu kumtafuta simpati and all that, but just taking a day at a time to accepting the whole situation. Pole too. You don't have to. I always say everyone has their way of dealing with their loss, and you don't have to rush your process of being at that moment, because eti because mimi na Faith tulikuwa tunawako na sasa ni project na imefail. Unajua hiyo ni loss.
Yeah, it is.
Because Faith move on so fast, I don't have to move on that quick. Because everyone has their way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
I just have to take it pole pole, a day at a time, as I embrace kila kitu, as I accept kila kitu vile iko.
Yeah, true.
Because at the end of the day, kwa loss, acceptance is key. I have to accept, I have lost this, but this is not the end of everything. I can still rise again.
And there's a friend of mine I was talking to. She recently lost her job, actually. And alikuwa pahali amefika, nimefika mwisho juu nimekuwa kwa hii job venye nimelose pia, like it's a whole process which was really unfair, according to my perspective and according to her too. But I was there telling her there is no way you're going to lose something and lose your way and lose yourself actually with it. You should be able, because at the end of the day minasemanga kwa hii maisha anything and anyone ni wakupita, wanakuja na wanapita. The only thing as long as you are alive that is constant is you. So the moment you make or you sleep uamue kusonga na hiyo loss yako, then definitely you're not doing yourself any good at the end of the day. Inaweza kaa tough love, but that's the truth. You're not doing yourself any good when you're losing yourself via something you already lost. And probably it's not something that you can change too, because kama usha lose job, si tunaweza probably rudi kwa hiyo kampuni. And also if you've lost a person, you cannot undo that pia. So at the end of the day, bottom line ni you'll have to accept. So according to how you go to ama you go through that way, it's your choice. Either ni pole pole, a day at a time, ama utaamka tu. Kuna watu hawakuangi huko. Wako like, it has happened. Actually, I really love my dad, ni mtu roho juu. Yana kuanga kitu ikisha happen, ata take some time, but isha happen, ameona haiwezi change, ameondokea. But hiyo sasa comparison ya huyu anaondokea haraka ama huyu, hata kwa family members, unapata we have lost maybe our family member. Sistangu ame move on very fast, mimi sija move on very fast. And mimi nashinda huko nikilia mambo ya mamangu ama mambo ya mwenye ameenda. Yeye hata hayuko huko, yeye alisha move on. And I think pia you let a conflict kidogo. But I think we should always embrace our journeys, like tukiwa peke yetu. Your journey is your journey. You might get information out here how people are dealing with their things, but it is really up to you to know how to deal with your own life.
And comparison would just maybe make it worse by, you might think mimi nime move on, kumbe I am trying to deny this whole thing kama it happen.
Yes, true.
And the truth is na suppress. You see, because now we have those defense mechanisms. And maybe I am suppressing the whole thing. I don't want to think about it because ile time naifikiria kuna vile hainipeleki fiti. And that is why you will find other people wataenda kunywa pombe. Hiyo siku atafikiria hiyo kitu.
True.
Akishakuwa hivi soba kidogo, akishakuwa hivi soba kidogo zimeshuka, anakumbuka anarudi tena. You see? So usiniangalie useme eti mimi nimesha move on, na maybe mimi na suppress hii whole story. Naweza kuwa nikiwa mbele yako unaona nime move on, when I am alone in my house nimejifungia nalia vibaya sana.
True.
Nasemanga kila mtu pia kama gangster but kuna ile place
that you have a soft place. And I actually think hata hii kuwa gangster, it's something that I think it's a defensive mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism. I just want to appear strong.
Yes, because I don't want to be used or manipulated.
And I also don't want to show that I am weak.
Sure.
What people say, you're showing us you're weak. So I just have to numb the pain and appear strong.
But it will always burst. Itarudi tu kwa surface at the end of the day.
I always say, maybe to just on mental health and everything, whatever is happening around really plays a big role in affecting our mental well-being, whether positively or negatively, and in most cases negatively. And it is up to me to guard and protect my mental well-being in with everything that I have. It's me to guard my mental well-being, because trust me, this Nairobi County can put up the best mental health services. All the people that we are advocating for mental health, we can just put up the best services on mental health. All therapists in Kenya can come up and start offering the best mental health services, but hakuna therapist atakukujia kwa nyumba yako kukupea therapy session na ajui kama unahitaji help.
Ukweli.
So it's me doing everything that I can
thing.
to guard my
you
mental
and the
well-being.
community.
And if I cannot guard my mental well-being, nobody will do that for me. If I keep on suppressing my emotions to appear strong, one day they'll hit up on me. And it's me that I have chosen not to guard my mental well-being, not to protect, not to work on my mental well-being. So under whatever situation, you as a person, even me as a therapist, I'm the one who has the full potential and capacity to protect my mental well-being. I'm the one to push away those things that make me feel bad. I'm the one to push those toxic people around me that make me feel like I am a nobody, and somehow they put me in a situation where I feel invalidated and feel less of a person. It's my responsibility to do everything in me to protect my mental well-being, nobody else.
Yeah, I always say life is mental, and if you can't, and also mental health is health. And it should be a priority. Kama venye tuna prioritingi hizi vitu zingine, we prioritize a lot of stuff in our life, our families, our relationships, either platonic or intimate, and also we have our maybe colleagues ama our jobs, our health zingine ya mwili. But hapa sijui mbona tunasahau ingi hapa. We are even taught in schools how to do everything, but not how to work on our minds and how to be with our minds too, because I take our minds as a tool.
And everything starts in your mind.
Everything starts here. Yeah, even us existing, it started here. From
even you talking right now.
Yeah, it started
in your mind.
So so everything is mental, and mental health is and should be a priority. We have mentioned about the community, and we have mentioned also about the role you play as the advocate for your mental health. But what is the role that community is playing or should be playing at the moment?
At the moment, I would say the biggest thing that a community would do is embracing and normalizing the mental health conversations. Because take a situation where I come and say, in most cases utasikia mtu amekuja nikuje labda nikwambie mi Faith mi nataka kujinyonga. That is the normal language that we use. And then uniambie jokingly nienda nikakuletee kamba. Unataka kunywa dawa nienda nikakuletee. You say
rat.
Randomly we just make it look like a joke. And the thing is, Faith akikuja niambie ako na malaria na muulizaje. Nisinda muuliza umemeza dawa, umeenda hosi, you know? Because we are looking at physical health as something different and mental health as a joke.
Yeah, true.
You see, we put it as a joke. The same way, you would easily say, say in narcissist. And you know, we have narcissistic personality disorder, which is a mental health disorder. Badala ni make ways of how this person can seek help and be helped, I keep on making them feel bad. Wewe unakuanga kama ni mzee niko na relationship na yeye, mimi sina nguvu ya kudeal na narcissistic person. You see? I don't have that energy of dealing with a narcissist. Wewe enda tu huko ukadili na vitu zako. You see? I am already stigmatizing this person. So the role that a community would play best in mental health is actually normalizing this conversation and paying attention to those small details. Because someone who really actually wants to attempt suicide, they'll openly say,
kuna venye unasikia tu ka word kametoka.
And some of them actually just have those words of just bringing the signals. And the question is, do we really pay attention to that? We don't. We just push them hivyo tu like si uende ukajiue, you know. We don't.
Yeah, true. Anyways, as we are winding up our session and as we have talked about suicide, all I can say is that let's embrace love and be loved, because with love comes inclusivity. And with that, we won't be stigmatizing anyone, and you won't be ignoring anyone, and you'll embrace looking or taking care of yourself and taking care of your other people that are in your life. I have been your host, Faith Wamboro, and thank you so much. Kindly subscribe to our channel, then also like and share our videos. Let's meet on the next session, and probably we'll be going on with this session about suicide or mental health. Thank you so much and goodbye.
Bye.